Hello everyone. Today I'm going to present a very interesting topic that is Windows hacking. So here we go with window hacking. So we have window hacking part 2 as we have already created a video on window hacking part 1. You can watch this video as a window part 1. So you can start with from the starting. But now here we are going to start in this slide as a window part hacking part 2. In part 2, we are going to discuss about the OS password cracking, common password tools, Windows login bypass, data stealing techniques, and common data breaches attack. So let's start with it. As we have already learned that the Windows hacking. So what is Windows related to the Windows operating system? That is Windows 7, Windows 10, and Windows Server. And hacking that is related to unauthorized access, which is the gaining access from unauthorized access or gaining access without knowing of the victim. Windows hacking can be done by performing in the Windows platform by gaining access on your Windows machine. On same way, in the hacking can be in any form, that can be a ATM hacking, information leakage hacking, website defacement hacking, or email hacking. So let's start with our first topic, that is OS password cracking. So what is a password cracking? The password cracking is gaining access to a system without knowing the password, or gaining access to a system without knowing of the authenticated user. We have a different way or different strategies to how we can access, how we can crack the password. We have three basic steps we need to follow with the brute force attack. We have a dictionary attack, and we have a rainbow table attack. The brute force attack is nothing but it's a possible combinations of every character which contain the alphanumerics or special character which match and exact matching the password, and it will give you access on it, but it will time taking, which takes a lot of time. In the same way, in the dictionary attack, we are not using the combination, but we have the list of the generated password that is already well known or we using in this our in operating systems by someone who has created the database and enter all that password in the single database, and we can crack the password. Random table is nothing but it's just like a pre-computed table for reversing cryptographic hashes. So this is the common method how we can OS password is cracking here. On other hand, we can say OS password cracking, we have a different method, and we can say in our picture, if you forget the password, how you can access this. So you have to go through with different methods or different techniques how you can access this. By using the brute force attack is possible combinations of password using alphanumeric special character, or we have a dictionary attack, list of the password as a single file, or we have a rainbow table. It's a pre-computed table for reversing cryptographic hashes, mostly used in encryption and decryptions. So we have common password tools we can use to crack the passwords. That is a Brutus, Rainbow Crack, WFuzz, John the Ripper, THC Hydra, Off Crack, and we are going to brief with each and every one. It's just we are using this tool as we know, as we just because of suppose you have operating system and we are using access in a regular manner. If we get the access to it, simply access granted, and we go through it and we're going with an happy work. And what happen if we forget the password or someone has changed our password? Simply says invalid password, which will really bring in bad impression to us, and if we're not going to log in our all data in the system, how we can access this is really worry about it. So we can go with the help of the different tools, as we can say is the Brutus, it's a Rainbow Crack, or it's a WFuzz, or it's a John the Ripper, or it's a THC Hydra, or it's a Off Crack. So we have these all different tools. It's a common tools we're using on it. If you're able to access our password recovery, or we're able to view our password or access the system by using these all cracking tools, then they have to go through with, and really makes us happy to go through with the system. So we're going to brief about all these tools. The Brutus, it's a remote online tool that claim it's a fast-paced and it's a flexible password cracking tool. Rainbow table, it's a brute force, as already we know that say for reversing cryptographic hashes. We have WFuzz is an application for cracking the password by using the brute force. Canon cable, and we have different types of using in this window login bypass. So we can see the window we want to access these all system, we need to bypass this system. So how we can do with, as we know, this all doing by all these tools. we have already using here. So we are talking about the Kinect cable. It's in popular password cracking utility. John the Ripper is a popular cracking using Linux or Windows operating systems to detect a weak password. And THC Hydra is a fast and it's a networking logon cracking tool, and the off crack there's also tools there. So these are all the common password cracking tool we are using here. So we have a window login bypass. So as you know, the window login bypass is belongs to our systems to access the system by cracking the password without knowing of the owner, like a duplicate, or we can say it's a fake authentication from in absence of the users. We can create it, and using it we have a different patterns. We can perform it by pass the logins by using the rescue disk, by using the CMD disk, by using the recovery disk. So we have a different method to crack all these passwords. So first we start with the bypassing with the login password is rescue disk. The rescue disk or USB disk is nothing but we just install it, or we just configure while we install the Windows, and we just store a particular key in our operating system by using the help of operating system and storing that USB or disk file. It's using Windows 7, so we choose the crack to Windows login, and we follow the steps what need to be step by step next, and it will go for your recovery password. We just need to enter our old password. If you don't know, just simply click on forget and just click on the next and choose the password reset disk, and using the disk can be USB or using a CD DVD. Simply click on it and simply finish it, and after restarting system the password has been removed. It will not change the password, but password is removed permanently. Next we have window bypass login, or we can using the safe mode using CMD mode, command prompt mode. Need to restart Windows, or using the disk or the recovery disk, and using the advanced option boot options and select the safe mode command, and they will come with the command prompt, and at that command prompt we can use DOS commands to reset the user accounts or user account password. Can be an admin or any guest by using the net username and star, and if you ask for the new password, if after entering the new password the password is changed, here we change the password again by using the CMD method. Next we have data stealing technique. So data stealing technique, as we know, the data is very essential, uh, important, and data plays a big role for any organization nowadays. As you know, today the data is plays a very essential role for any organizations, or which cannot be published in public domain or any sector, or it can be in IT sector, IT non-sector, can be a banking, hospital, corporate areas, or government departments. But nowadays, data stealing technique is increasing day by day by attackers or theft. Attackers can attack the perform with a different manner and different technique they are using, maybe for their personal access, for money, or for any business library. By updating their data technique by using any pen drive, CDs, memory card, mobile phone, or camera, or even nowadays we're using the corporate BYOD, that's a bring your own device. So can be access our data, can be performing our data stealing technique. So it can be done by physically, or it can be also done by remotely, as we know that how it performed. So the data stealing technique by physically, the attacker need any storage device such as DVD, CD, MMC, memory card, or camera, or can be do with any human interactions. Data can be stored by any hard copy or photostat copy in any form, of the verbal form can be explained over the telephone call or over any webcam, and can be done by the dumpster diving. This information can be get it from the trash, or shoulder surfing is a sensitive login credentials, can be watched or can be seen by your any nefarious employee by just standing behind you. And the tailgating, by entering, if you have access on a particular area you can enter, but the person who don't have access on it, he can just bypass or just standing behind you and just pass that gate as a tailgating. Or we can say that it's can be possible through not only physically, it can be possible through remotely data stealing. Nowadays the phishing is plays a big roles in data stealing technique, emails or fake website. And phishing is nothing but by sending the fake or malicious link to our victim by attacker to get the access of information. Once the user will click on that link or that file or open that file, your system will be compromised. Or email, we know that by sending the information by the full access to your employee, email credentials, all the data on your email through. So you need to watch on your emails what exactly going out from your outside network, or there must be restrictions for the outside or internal emails. And the fake websites which create a lookalike website, in the same way, if you ignore it, you will enter your exact password and your login credentials that will store on the attacker's machine. It will be saved on that machine. So this is the data stealing technique, and we have a common data breach attack technique in according to attacker techniques consistently developing in this world nowadays by using phishings, malware, ransomware, accessing hijacking, DOS attacks, brute force attacks. Nowadays the DOS and phishing is taking advantages to victims, how we can steal the information from them. As we already know, the phishing is nothing but lure a victim by sending a malicious link or malicious URL. Malware is a malicious program. Ransomware, nowadays we are just going through with the WannaCry ransomware. So generally it's treated with the publicly or to publish that the secret is installed on your victim computer. Once the victim install it or click on it, your computer is compromised and encrypt all your data. And to decrypt all this data, attacker, he is asking for any ransom for your taking for money, or can be used the bitcoins for that. Account hijacking is the business sector, is vastly working on it, and takes a big roles. Can be an email, computer account hijack, theft of personal information from attackers. And DOS can be a singular or can be multiple. It's extended with the DDoS, that's a distributed denial of services. In DOS, a single computer and single internet is used to consume the resources of your victims. In DDoS, is a multiple botnets, internet zombies are used to attack on your victims. And the brute force is cracking the victim password by using a forced manner, by using the combinations of different characters. So this is all about the data stealing technique, and we gone through with the all scenario of Windows hacking part 2. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching this video. See you, and see you next time.